What's happening, film nerds? David the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Weekend Warrior segment, which I haven't done in a bit. Yeah, sometimes I find it difficult to get a Weekend Warrior video if there's other videos I gotta do. Don't have much time because I have that stupid day job thing, but I try to at least do a Weekend Warrior video when it comes to the big movies coming out. And there is a big movie coming out this weekend, a very controversial movie that is coming out this weekend, and it's been nutties, man. And finally, the reviews are coming in. And, let's get started. Let's look at those Rotten Tomato ratings. All right, Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters reboot. Look at that. Already certified fresh, which, of course, the people who are really hating on this movie are, pissed about that. There's already those posts and those people saying, who paid off the reviewers? Who paid off the critics? What's going on? I always hate seeing that. People were saying that about Batman vs. Superman. And, of course, I was supporting Batman vs. Superman, and I hated all the hate that it was getting. But I'm not going to sit there and, put on a tinfoil hat and say, hey, they're being paid off by Marvel, or they're being paid off by Sony, whatever. General consensus, Ghostbusters does an impressive job of standing on its own as a freewheeling, marvelously cast supernatural comedy, even if it can't help but pale somewhat in comparison with the classic original. And that's the bad part. This movie is going to be compared to the original no matter what. There's nothing we can do about it. And by the way, the tagline, answer the call, makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Whoever came up with that should be fired. The tagline was originally, who you gonna call? And that just worked. Because who you gonna call? The Ghostbusters. And so now this is Ghostbusters, answer the call. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm telling you, the marketing for this movie has been terrible. If you haven't seen my video on how terrible this marketing has been, go to my other channel. It's on there. It's fucking been so stupid. And that tagline just shows you how dumb the marketing for this movie has been. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyways, but yes, Paul Feig, of course, has relieved. Obviously, there was a lot of pressure on him. He's loving the fact that it is certified fresh. Does this mean that this movie is going to be successful? No, it doesn't. And most likely, it's not going to be successful. I guess it's tracking right now to make about $50 million, and the budget was somewhere around $170 million, and that was just the production budget. Yeah, so most likely it's not going to do that well, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a steaming pile of nuclear bomb, if that even made sense. But what's interesting and what's really bugging the shit out of me is a very important critic in the movie community who's been critiquing movies for a couple decades now. He took over with Roger Ebert when Gene Siskel died, and that is Richard Roeper. And he did not like this movie. There's a video that he posted. I guess he posts videos. He has his own YouTube channel that he just posts right after he sees the movie. He does a quick video of a review and stuff. And then, of course, he writes up his full review, I think for the Chicago Tribune or something. I don't know. I forgot what paper he writes for. But he did not like this movie whatsoever. He graded it as a D-. And guess what happened, folks? He is getting hassled up the ass. That's right. People can't take that he hated this movie, but yet the movie is certified fresh at 75%. This is what's wrong with the world these days. These people cannot, they can't stand when people don't have the same opinions as them. This is one guy, of course he's a top critic, which is great, but they can't handle that he did not like this movie whatsoever. And it's funny too because I was actually watching reviews all day. I watched a few of them when I was working, or listened to them, I should say. And it was people that I look up to and people that I respect. And they all pretty much said the same thing, which was almost like, well, this is weird. Why is it at 75% when these guys are saying this, that, and this, or giving it low grades? They're not completely shitting on it, but it seems like they're giving the same points of this is why it's good and this is why it's bad. And it's the same things almost. It's interesting. And I'm not trying I'm not creating a straw man or anything here, but it's just, some of these, first off, fuck this person right here. Fuck MTV. This is not a review. Fuck you. That is not a review. Why is that even on here? That's bullshit right there. That is not a review. Get out of my fucking face. Sorry, I don't mean to be dropping so many F-bombs, but that's, are you kidding me? That's lowbrow. That is ridiculous right there. MTV, good job. Yeah, fire that person. That is not a review. But anyways, it almost seems like sometimes when you're reading some of these reviews, it's they're a little they're a little easy, you know? Like some of them point out that it's not that great, but they still are getting a positive review. And it's kind of funny too, because I remember when I was looking at the reviews for Batman vs Superman, the ones that were getting the rotten reviews said positive things. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is it not happening here, but it was happening there? It's just a weird thing. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to create a straw man or conspiracy or something like that. It's just something I noticed. That's all. I'm actually happy that people are saying, oh, it's not as bad as it seemed. Like the trailers and the marketing made it seem. I'm actually happy about that. So don't think I'm like just gonna shit on this movie or something. I'm going in with an open mind. I know I'm gonna have some laughs. There's no way I'm not gonna laugh with this cast and even this director, even though I've lost respect for this director from things I've fucking seen. Anyways, there is another movie that's coming out, guys, and let's talk about that real quick. And this is weird too, actually. The Infiltrator with Bryan Cranston. I want to see this movie. I don't think this movie's gonna do much in the box office, but it was at like an 87% for the longest. Now it's at a 59, just rotten. I'm like, what the hell, man? That's what? Yeah, okay, but there you go, guys. That is my Weekend Warrior video. Sorry I ranted on a little too much about it, but you know, sometimes you just gotta talk about these weird things, man. And I've been really ranty today. If you see my Twitter, I've been really ranty. I lost about 3 followers today, it's about right. You know, it just happens, man. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about all this down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. And thank you for watching, you beautiful people. You go ahead and hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel too. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and visit filmjunkie.com for all my videos.